Be me, another normal workday. Inbox full of emails, coffee, calendar stacked with meetings I already hate. Manager pings me. Can you come to conference room B? Walk down the hall pretending my heart isn't sprinting. Open the door. HR is already in there. Stomach instantly drops. Manager does that careful voice. We need to ask you a few questions. There's been a data leak. Blink twice like it'll change the words. A what? Internal documents, strategic materials, stuff that should never leave the building, apparently found in a competitor's hands. And somehow, my name is attached to it. Laugh at first. Short, stupid sound I can't stop. That's impossible. I didn't send anything. I don't even have access to half of that. HR doesn't react. No raised eyebrow. No, oh, okay. Just blank professional face. Somehow worse. Manager rushes in with a disclaimer. We're not saying you're guilty, but until we understand what happened, we need to limit your access. Nod like I'm cooperating. Feel like I'm watching this happen to someone else. An hour later, my badge stops working. Beep, red light. By lunchtime, the office feels different. People stop talking when I pass. Someone who usually jokes with me suddenly has an urgent call. I sit alone in the break room. Coffee tastes even worse somehow. Replay everything in my head, every email I've ever sent, every shared file, every click. Then she walks in. Neighboring department. We've talked before. Printer, small talk, familiar face. She pauses when she sees me, looks at my expression, sits down across from me. You look like someone stole your ground from under you. Hesitate, then shrug, because what else do you do? Something like that. She studies me for a second. I don't think you're that careless. Look up. You don't even know what happened. She nods like it doesn't matter. I know you. That's it. First time since the meeting, my chest loosens even a little. I don't say anything smart. She stays anyway. Don't know it yet, but this is going to matter more than anything else. Next morning. Everyone knows. No announcement, no email, just that coordinated behavioral shift. The story got written without me, and I'm just living in it. People stop saying my name. It's him now. Walk into the open office. Conversations don't stop dramatically. They just thin out. Sit at my desk and try to work. Muscle memory mode. Open files. Check numbers. Routine stuff. Half of it is locked. Access restricted. Coworker I've known for 3 years walks past. We make eye contact. He looks away like I'm contagious. Lunch break. Phone stays dead. No memes. No group chat noise. No, you okay? Didn't realize how loud people were until they weren't there. Stand up to get water. Someone takes my usual spot at the dispenser without looking at me. Tell myself not to care. Immediately care. Back at my desk. Mark from IT passes by. Lowers his voice like we're in a spy movie. Hey! Off the record? I hope this clears up fast. Closest thing to support I get all day. And it's delivered like contraband. Mid-afternoon, someone sits down next to me. Already know who it is before I even look. You haven't eaten? Blink. I had coffee. That doesn't count. She slides a granola bar onto my desk. You don't have to do that. I know. I wanted to. Feel the room react. Glances, raised eyebrows, silent little calculations. She doesn't care. Or she cares and refuses to show it. You holding up? Consider lying. Decide not to. Barely. She nods. Okay. When she leaves, the office feels colder again. But now I know something. Silence doesn't mean everyone agrees. It just means they're afraid to be wrong. And somehow, she isn't. Day 3. The questions start, not official ones, the unofficial kind. The, I'm totally not accusing you, bro kind. At the coffee machine, someone corners me with casual voice dialed up too high. Hey man, crazy situation, huh? Nod. Yeah. He hesitates like he wants to say the word but doesn't want to own it. Must have been an accident or, a misunderstanding. Sentence trails off into cowardice. I don't fill the gap for him. HR schedules another meeting. Same room, same chairs, different tone. We're still investigating. There's no conclusion yet. But the way they look at me says they're waiting for me to crack. Waiting for a confession to something I didn't do. Walk out. Hear it in the hallway. He had access. Timing lines up. Why else would it be him? Stop mid-step. Consider turning around, explaining, defending. Realize something bitter. They're not listening. They're deciding. Back at my desk. Stare at my screen. Numbers blur. Hands feel heavy, like they belong to someone else. Then she stands up. She crosses the open space and stops at my desk. Doesn't whisper. Doesn't hide. Hey, want to grab some air after work? A few heads turn. Someone definitely hears. Feel the office collectively take notes. Look up at her. You know that doesn't look great. She shrugs. I'm not managing optics right now. After work, we walk outside together. Building looms behind us. I know people are talking, she says. I don't want you dragged into this. It's already bad enough. She stops, looks at me directly. I'm not dragged. I'm choosing. I've seen this before, she says. People panic. They pick the easiest explanation. And you? I ask. She gives a faint smile. I pick the one that makes sense. Exhale long and slow. Feel my shoulders drop for the first time in days. I don't know how long this will last, I admit. And I don't know how ugly it'll get. She nods. Okay. No hesitation. Stand there in silence. Cars pass. City doesn't care. The world keeps moving. We head our separate ways. She adds like she's stating weather. You're not alone? Even if it feels like it. Go home. Sit in the dark. Think about how fast everything fell apart. And how one person, one choice, is the only thing keeping me upright. End of the week. It's not subtle anymore. People don't just avoid me. They avoid her too. Notice it in small ways. Someone who used to chat with her suddenly forgets to invite her to lunch. A meeting she's always been in gets rescheduled without her. Nothing official. All intentional. See her by the printer waiting longer than usual. No one joins. Feel something twist in my chest because I know why. That evening, catch up to her in the parking lot. Hey, we need to talk. She looks at my face and already knows. Okay, don't ease into it. Can't. This is hurting you. They're watching you now, because of me. She doesn't interrupt, which makes me talk more. You don't owe me this. You don't have to keep standing next to the guy everyone's decided to blame. She exhales slowly. You're trying to protect me. Shake my head. I'm trying to be fair. She turns to me. Fair to who? To you. This can mess with your career, your reputation. She studies me for a long moment, then says something that stops me cold. You think I don't see the looks? I do. You think I don't know what this costs? She steps closer. I'm still here. And that's when I mess it up, because fear always wants to sound like logic. That's exactly the problem, I snap. You shouldn't be. Words come out sharper than I meant. Instant regret, but it's already said. Silence stretches. Expect anger, expect hurt. Instead, she nods. Okay, quiet. My stomach drops like I just pushed the wrong button. I won't push, she says, but I'm not leaving because you're scared for me. Meets my eyes. I'm an adult. This is my choice. Run a hand through my hair like that fixes anything. This isn't bravery, I say. It's stupidity. She smiles faintly. Maybe. But it's mine. Stand there, neither of us moving. She opens her car door. I'll see you tomorrow. She drives away. I lean against my car. I wanted to push her out of the blast radius. Instead, I just proved how alone I feel and how much it scares me, that losing her would hurt more than losing my job. After that, the tone changes. Not openly. Officially, everything is still under review. Unofficially, I can feel the clock ticking. Manager stops using my name in emails. HR starts copying legal. Meetings happen without me, and I only hear about them after. One afternoon, I get called in again. Same room, different faces. Compliance is there now. We're under pressure to resolve this quickly. Our partners are asking questions. Nod. I understand. Lawyer does that gentle voice that isn't gentle. Do you? Because unresolved situations tend to settle themselves. I know what that means. Someone has to take the fall, and I'm the easiest shape to pour blame into. Walk back to my desk in a haze. Start packing things like I'm prepping for a storm that hasn't hit yet. Notebook, charger, a photo I didn't even realize I kept. She finds me like that. Box half full, hands not steady. Are you leaving? She asks. Not yet, but they're setting the stage. She sits on the edge of my desk without asking. They won't break you, she says, laugh short and bitter. They don't need to. They just need me gone. Her expression changes. Did you leak anything? No. Did you ever even consider it? No. Then this ends, she says, one way or another. You're too sure, I tell her. She meets my eyes. I'm sure about you. That night, I can't sleep. Keep thinking about how fast people turn, how quickly trust evaporates. Phone buzzes, message from her. If tomorrow goes bad, I'm still here. Stare at the screen for a long time. Type back the only honest thing. That's what scares me. Because if I lose everything, I don't know how I'd survive losing the one person who stayed. She walks into a meeting. Room shifts. Pause that lasts half a second too long. Few exchange looks. Someone's suddenly fascinated by their laptop. Later, I catch it in passing. She's getting too close. Risky association. Why would she defend him? No one says my name. They don't have to. Find her in the stairwell during lunch. She's sitting on the steps scrolling through her phone. When she looks up and sees me, she smiles like everything's fine. That smile makes it worse. They talk to you, I say. Not a question. She shrugs. Someone thought it'd be helpful to warn me. Warn you about what? She looks away for half a second, but it's enough. About standing next to someone controversial. Chest tightens. I hate being right about bad things. I told you this would happen, I say quiet. I know, she replies. Then why? She cuts in before I can finish. Because I don't measure people by rumors. And because I don't like bullies, corporate or otherwise. Sit down next to her. Concrete steps, cold air. I don't want this costing you your job, I say. She exhales. I don't want a job where silence is safer than honesty. That sentence follows me all day. Afternoon, email goes out. Mandatory team. Meeting tomorrow. Attendance required. People start whispering again. Walk past her desk on my way out. She looks up like she's been waiting. You okay? She asks. Hesitate, then nod. Yeah. Lie lands heavy in my mouth. Outside the sky is already dark. She catches up to me at the door. Whatever happens tomorrow, she says, don't disappear. Look at her. Even if they fire me, especially then. Go home, sit in the dark again, thinking about choices, consequences, but also, for the first time in weeks, I've never felt less alone. Next day. The meeting doesn't explode. It just drains the room. They talk in circles. Procedural concerns, reputational risk, temporary measures. Hear my future shrinking in real time. When it's over, people stand up fast. Chairs scrape, phones come out. No one looks at me. I don't go back to my desk. Walk outside instead. Keep walking until the building is behind me, until my chest starts to hurt. Sit on a low concrete wall near the parking lot. Stare at nothing, hands shaking. Don't even remember when that started. She finds me there. She doesn't ask what happened. She just sits down next to me, close enough our shoulders almost touch. I think I'm going to lose everything, I say. She doesn't rush to contradict me, and that's what makes it break. I did everything right, I keep going. I didn't cheat. I didn't cut corners. I didn't sell anything. Voice cracks. I don't understand how this is happening. Feel it then. Pressure behind my eyes. I've been ignoring for weeks. I'm so tired, I admit. I'm tired of defending myself to people who already decided. Laugh weak and bitter. I'm tired of being strong. She turns toward me fully. You don't have to be strong with me, she says. Bend forward, elbows on my knees. For a moment, I can't speak at all. She doesn't touch me right away. She waits until I lean toward her without thinking. Then she wraps an arm around my shoulders. We stay like that for a long time. Cars come and go. World keeps moving. Doesn't pause for anyone's worst day. I don't care how this ends, I say finally, as long as you don't disappear. She rests her head lightly against mine. I'm not going anywhere, she says. For the first time since this started. I believe her. Truth doesn't arrive dramatically, no apology tour, no public announcement, just cracks. It starts with an email, then another. Then a quiet meeting moved on the calendar, called in again. Same room, but different posture. They don't look confident anymore. They look like people who realize they bet on the wrong horse and are trying to rearrange the story. Compliance clears their throat. We've identified an irregular access pattern. From a different account. I don't react. Learn better than to trust tone. Tone lies, manager adds. It appears the leak didn't originate from you. Appears. That word should make me angry, but I'm too tired. Anger takes energy I don't have. Later that day, my access is restored. No explanation, no apology, just a system message. Permissions updated. People start acting normal again. Coworker claps my shoulder. Crazy couple of weeks, huh? Force a smile. Yeah. She notices the difference immediately. You're quiet, she says when we grab coffee. I'm thinking, I reply. That's still not good. They cleared you, she says. Mostly, I answer. She watches me carefully. And I don't feel better, I admit. She nods slowly. That makes sense. That night we walk together after work. Air feels lighter, but something inside me doesn't. I thought being proven right would fix it, I say, but it doesn't undo the looks or the silence. She listens. People showed you who they are, she says. You don't have to forget that. Stop walking, turn to her. You stayed, I say quietly. When there was nothing to gain. She meets my eyes. I stayed because it was right. Things go back to normal fast, too fast. People joke again. Meetings resume. My name reappears in emails like it never left. It's unsettling how easy it is for everyone else to move on. Like the whole thing was just weather. For me, it's different. Because now I notice things I didn't before. Who avoided me? Who waited to see how it would end? Who only came back when it was safe? And who never left? We sit together after work on a bench near the building. Same spot where I once thought I was going to lose everything. She's scrolling through her phone. I'm watching the city lights flicker on, trying to understand what my life is now. You're quiet again, she says. I know, I reply. I'm deciding something. She looks up. That sounds serious. It is. Turn toward her. When this started, I say, I didn't have much to offer. I was angry, defensive, half broken. She doesn't interrupt. You didn't stay because you had to, I continue. And you didn't stay because it was convenient. Take a breath. So I don't want you to think I'm choosing you because I'm scared to be alone. She studies my face. Okay, she says. Then why are you choosing me? Because I want to, I answer. Because even when everything else fell apart, being with you felt solid. And because I don't want to go back to pretending this is just work. Moment of silence. Then she nods. Good, she says. Because I didn't stay out of pity. Laugh quietly. That would have been worse. She reaches for my hand. I squeeze back. Answer given. For the first time since all of this started. I don't feel like I'm recovering. I feel like I'm moving forward. We don't make announcements. No labels, no sudden changes. Just us. Work keeps moving. Projects pile up. People act like nothing ever happened. And maybe for them it didn't. For me, everything did. We walk together more often now. Not holding hands all the time. Not hiding either. One evening we sit in my apartment. Windows open. City hums outside. She's curled up on the couch reading something on her phone. I watch her without thinking. I used to believe, I say suddenly, that people leave when things get hard. She looks up. And now? And now I know that's not always true. She smiles soft. Good. When everything was on the line, I continue. You didn't ask for proof. You didn't wait for permission. You stayed. She meets my eyes. I didn't save you, she says. I just didn't leave. And I understand something I didn't before. Strength isn't standing alone. It's knowing who stands with you. Later, as the night settles in, she rests her head against my shoulder. I don't know what the future looks like, but I know this. When everyone else left, she stayed. And now, so do I.